So Mr Slimfit, it's a fashion empire in the making.
Nice.
So what we do is we do fashion styling. So we do fashion styling for media. We do like your covers for magazines. We style those.
Right.
Or the fashion shoots for magazines. We do the styling on those.
Okay.
That's the fashion styling side of things. We do personal shopping.
All
So
right.
we have high-end clients who have all the money in the world, but they don't have time to go shopping.
I like those kind of
And
clients.
then, yeah, and I mean, we get to know our clients. So we sit down with them, get to understand their personality and their lifestyle requirements. And then based on that, we are able to be able to go and shop for them and be able to source things that are, in line with their personality and lifestyle requirements. So we
Right.
do personal shopping for, that's the personal shopping side of things. And then we also do tailored items. So we
Yes.
make tailored suits for both men and women.
Lovely.
Make tailored suits and shirts. Yeah, in a nutshell, that's what we do. I think the passion has always been there. Even growing up, it's
Yeah.
always been there. I always say to some of my friends that growing up, when some of my peers used to from Ekas, we used to sit kokoning and stuff and whatnot. But
Right.
I would go to the library. And not to read like intellectual books or anything. I'd go there to read Bona magazine, True Love, and
Wow.
Drum. I was intrigued by the whole image thing.
Mhm.
I don't know, somehow I was intrigued by it. I used to love just paging through and looking at pictures of the fashion styling and things like that. But I mean, back in the days there were no like magazines dedicated to men's lifestyle.
Yes.
So for me, Drum, True Love, and Bona were my favorite magazines. And I think just from there, I mean, looking back, I can see that's where it started. And I mean, in 2010, I started blogging
Right.
about men fashion. So I started, saving a lot of pictures on my phone. And then from there, my friends would say, share the pictures with us. And then that's where I started a blog. And then I'd say to them, okay, go to the blog and you'll be able to see, the latest things that I've posted and stuff. And then from there, I also started a Facebook page,
Right.
which was called Slimfit Swag.
Hmm.
So where the Slimfit thing came from is growing up, I was very, skinny and tall. And so finding clothes that fit me properly was a bit of a mission.
I can so relate.
Was a bit of a mission. So I was introduced to this guy who's a tailor,
All right.
and I think it was 2004. And I think the day I met that guy, he did one trousers for me,
Yeah.
and they fitted perfectly. I think I took my whole closet to him
Yeah.
so that he can, sort of like alter
make
everything.
amendments.
Yeah, and my friends always used to say, "Hey, you like this, slim fit swag type of thing? You like this slim
Yes.
fit swag?" And that's how it started. So, and then that's how the name Slim Fit Swag for the blog started.
Mm.
And then, 2011, 2012, 2013, as I was still blogging under Slim Fit Swag,
Yes.
my followers used to always, when they ask me a question, they'll be, "Dear Mr. Slim Fit."
Oh.
So that's how it started, and
Very
then,
nice brand establishment.
and then I looked at the name and I was like, this is actually quite catchy, Mr. Slimfit.
Mm.
And that's where the name Mr. Slimfit came from. When I started last year, it was a bit tough. I mean, from the corporate environment to the fashion industry, I mean, nobody knew me,
Yeah.
and I knew that I had to make a name for myself. I mean, last year I did a lot of sacrificing and a lot of learning about the industry, and which was actually has worked in my benefit. I think this year the market has received us quite well. We've been doing a lot of things this year. I mean, people are blown away by the things that we do. I think they're blown away by just what they see in terms of the images that of the outfits that we've made and stuff. But like I said, there's a whole lot more that goes in the background, for us to
Yes.
create those images. I always say our suits reflect our client's personality and us translating it into a suit. But in terms of the industry, we've been doing very well. I think we're sort of like one of those forces to reckon. Sure. I think, like I said, coming into an industry that I knew literally nothing about, that was challenging as well. I mean, I'm from the financial background, and coming into the fashion industry, it's way different to the financial,
Totally.
totally different from the financial markets. And in this industry, I think it's a whole lot of networking that you have to do. it's a whole lot of, sacrifices. There's with every industry, I guess you need to build your name, you need to build a reputation, because people buy reputation, they don't buy products,
True.
So I think that some of the challenges was, building a name for ourselves. I mean, one of the examples, last year I approached this guy, and I think it was last year February when we just started, and I said, listen, this is who I am, I'm a stylist, I'd like to style you, and this is what I do. It's like, okay, cool, I hear you. Let me see some of the work that you've done.
Yeah.
It had just been a month,
Oy.
that I just started my business. It's a month. I don't have a portfolio. I have nothing to show this guy.
Right.
And I think initially I was crushed, I was thinking, this guy, I mean, he could have just given me
Give
an
a brother
opportunity.
a
Give a
chance.
brother an opportunity. But I got to realize something, because I always said to myself when I started this brand that the other thing that I wanted to do was, target sort of like your high-end clients. And he's one of those high-end individuals. And I realized something about them is the fact that they work on your reputation, and they want to see your track record, and they want to see what you've done.
Right.
And I think that helped me to create the website. So I created the website last year, February, when we just started. And I said, every work that I do, I'm going to put it onto the website as like sort of like a reference.
Yes.
So that everybody can go and see the works that we've done. And I think 9 months down the line in October, I bumped into the guy. I was working with a friend of mine, Skinny Spoo Socks.
Right.
So we just finished, he was doing a talk. And from that talk, he was wearing a suit, his first suit, which we made, So he came to us
Lovely.
and said, I wanna have my first suit, and he chose us as the brand, And I was working out with Spoo, and Spoo was wearing one of my suits. I was also wearing one of my suits.
Yeah.
So we bumped into this guy, and we started chatting. I'm like, hey, do you remember me? He's like, yeah, I remember you from, back in beginning of the year. And I was like, yeah, man, I'd really, still want to work with you. And he liked the suits we was wearing. I was like, this is actually one of my work. He's like, oh, actually, really? And I was like, yes. And he said, come see me tomorrow in my office. And from there, he's one of my biggest clients.